Cowboys lead the Kansas City Chiefs with 3 minutes 30 seconds left in the third. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third. And 10. Patrick Mahomes is 14 for 19 for 2 touchdowns through the air. Dak Prescott 18 for 27, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They just took a Dallas touchdown off the board after review. Jake Ferguson not able to get both feet down. Brandon Aubrey kicked a third quarter field goal to make that a 20-14 margin. Kansas City with the ball. Earlier today, we saw the Packers beat the Lions 34-21 in Detroit. Green Bay went for it 3 times on 4th down, got 2 touchdowns and a game-sealing catch for it, 3 for 3. Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns. Dontavian Wicks, 6 catches, 2 of those touchdowns. And elsewhere in NFL, Colts quarterback Daniel Jones suffered a fracture in his fibula. Full participant in practice. He expects to play Week 13. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack,
Enter, brother.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving. That's right. And with that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron. That's right. No matter how you listen in, we are live on this Thanksgiving. That's right.
Do it live!
Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83. And as I said, now live
Do it live!
on YouTube.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Do it!
That's right. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Martin Weiss.
In for Kelvin Washington. And we are indeed the Odd Couple. And guess what? You will need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Byron Bolaños.
On the planet.
Ben Maller.
There you go. At least when people are still awake. That's right. Write it down. Committed to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't get the numbers and the letters figured out, it's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
And if you hear feedback on the line, guess what? It's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with how or what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. If you have a problem, turn off your station.
With all that said, always remember...
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweetie Beatty. Yeah.
There we go. Let's go. A big show. We are live on Thanksgiving. Yes. And I always have to say, my man Alex to my right, always, we are here to keep the Odd Couple thing going.
Yes,
even
sir.
on the holidays, you're driving around, you've had family and friends, you're in the car, whatever it may be, and you want to get a little sports talk action in. We appreciate it. Let me welcome in my co-host for the night. He is Martin Weiss.
Who?
Martin Weiss.
Who?
Martin.
Never heard of who?
Martin Weiss.
Never heard of him.
What's happening, my man? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Much like the Lions and the Cowboys, we are at work.
Yes. People work on Thanksgiving. Did you see all those cars out there on the road? That wasn't all travel. There was some people working. But anyway, we are here. We're going to be got 3 hours, got some good guests going to chime in. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's welcome in first the Odd Couple crew, because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio show without them, especially on this Thanksgiving. Alex, again, a million thanks. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
That's right. Absolutely. Alex and I, this is 8 years strong.
Yes.
We're always trying to make it and be here.
8 years?
This is our 8th. Yeah.
My God!
This is our 8th year together.
You guys have been together 8 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Longer than his wedding.
And Rob,
Much longer.
And you, longer than your ex.
That's right. I was only married for 5 years. And Rob G said the over-under was 2.5 years, so we blew that up.
Yeah, you destroyed that.
We sure did. Shay is our producer
How we
today.
doing?
What's up, Shay? Happy Thanksgiving.
Appreciate you.
You doing all right?
Doing amazing.
All
Happy I'm
right.
here.
Sagar, of course. Sagar is
Let it
our
happen, Martin. Let it happen.
social media.
One more time for Sagar.
Sagar. And we still appreciate that apple pie and ice cream you brought in yesterday.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, God.
No doubt. And on the updates, Martin Weiss will be doing double duty, so he will be doing both updates and the show, so we appreciate him on this holiday. All right, let's start with obviously the first game of the year, the first game of Thanksgiving, I should say, is always the Lions and the Lions and the Green Bay Packers in Detroit. As somebody who covered as a columnist in Detroit, the Lions for 20 years, Martin, you know what a holiday it is. Martin went to high school in Michigan and suburban Detroit or whatever. It's a big deal. But today was really a huge game for the Lions as far as playoff implications. Of course, winning the division. You know, now the Packers swept the series, and Green Bay gets it done. But I do want to say this, and Martin, I'll get your takeaway from today. And I've been saying it a lot. I'm not going to beat my chest. Packers win it 31-24, 4 touchdowns by Jordan Love, 4th down plays. What were the Packers? 3 for 3, and the Lions 0 for 2. But there's a couple things I take out of this. First, before the season started, I said the Lions wouldn't make the playoffs, and I feel even better today with the whole at 7-5. They could easily be 6-6. They got a gift from the Giants last week, but they won the game, so they're 7-5. Packers, Bears. We'll see where the Bears are. You know, they got a tougher schedule at the end, but they're in a tough spot now, and the Lions have some tough games as well. Dan Gamble, I've never been a fan of. Everybody told me I was crazy, Meshuggah, all that. They love him. He's a motivator, and he's fearless, and all the other stuff. Give the Lions the identity. Again, going for 4 things on 4th down, not taking the 3 points sometimes. 3 points add up, whatever it is. But I'm convinced now more than ever, it's a wrap. And what I mean is the Lions' window. When you go back and think about the last 2 years, going to the NFC Championship game, Martin, destroying the 49ers in the first half. You don't go to the Super Bowl on that. You're 30 minutes away. Last year, you go 15-2, and you have home field throughout the playoffs, the number 1 seed. Washington, with a rookie quarterback, comes in, Jared Goff, 4 turnovers. You get blitzed. You lose to that team in a run that should have been your run to get you there, right? And it didn't happen. And now I'm looking at it. I'm not surprised by they lost both coordinators, the step that they've taken back, where they are. And I'm convinced that this window has closed on the Lions, starting with them not making the playoffs. Your takeaway.
Yeah, I'm not there at all. I don't think this window is closed, but I do think that this game today was one of the, I think the fallout from today's game and that 4th down play that Jordan Love completed to Dontavian Wicks is one of those that is truly going to swing this division. Prior to Matt LaFleur had I know he's now 3-0 in the division. Last year went 1-6, or 1-5 in the NFC North, and still was able to make the playoffs. That's not happening this year, especially with the emergence of the Chicago Bears. So when the Lions let this game, to me, slip out of their fingers, especially with the way they played in the first quarter, you had bad calls on both sides that impacted the way that the game ended up playing, but none of them that ended the way that impacted the end result of the game. The Lions letting this one go obviously impacts their playoffs, impacts their ability to win the division tremendously, impacts their ability to make the playoffs. But if the Lions' window is closed, then you would have been saying, or I'm not saying you, but if I would have believed that to be true, then I would have said the same thing about the Eagles this time last year or 2 years ago, as they were struggling through the regular season, not having the same vibes that they were supposed to be having. I don't think this Lions team has done it all.
The only thing I'm going to say is different is that the Eagles had gone to the Super Bowl. They might not have won, but they had already made that leap to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I agree that they were struggling, but they had made a leap, and then the following year they didn't get back. They were 10-1, right? It was a lumpy 10-1. People didn't believe in them. So there's a little bit of difference. The Lions had a chance to get there, and maybe I would feel different had they gotten over that hump and gotten there even if they had lost. I'm saying, like, that was your golden opportunity. Your second golden opportunity was going 15-2. And
Sure.
Now as you look at the division is better. You can't say that the Bears aren't better. They might not be exactly where they want to be, and they still got growing. This is Ben Johnson. You lost your two coordinators, right? Ben Johnson and them are better, and you can't. And the Packers are better. That's that's the problem with where I see the Lions now.
No,
to me,
the Lions have taken I would say a half step back. The rest of the division, save the Vikings, have taken a full step forward. Right, so I'm not saying that. I think that now you are looking at a really tight race down the stretch. Losing this game cost you, and it may cost you in the grand scheme of things for this season. But when I look at the Lions, I look at the structure that they have, especially on the offensive side of the ball, this team should be able to score points consistently this year, next year, going forward.
With this play caller, with Dan Campbell, you like him as a play caller?
I like him better than I like John Morton last year. And I think this when it comes to Dan Campbell.
You mean John Morton this year?
John Morton this year, yes.
Yeah.
In the first half of this year. Dan Campbell, to me, is the scheme and we lump head coaches into two different groups, tough guys and scheme guys. I think that Dan Campbell is a tough scheme guy. Now, he's better at being tough guy and motivator than he is scheme, but will take over that role when it needs to be, like it needed to be with John Morton in this moment. He's got to find somebody else to be able to take that role over, and then I think the whole team will get better. I think they missed on offensive coordinator this year. There's no doubt about it.
Well, they should have gone outside of the room instead of outside the building, especially with what is hanging in the balance. They should have gone out and hired the best available guy out there, and they didn't do that. They decided to – I just think when you got a team that has ready to win or you have all your pieces there, that's when you don't mess around with it. So now this season could wind up being a big step back, you know what I mean, as everybody else takes a step forward.
I think you look back at two moments in this Lions season or three where it really burns you. The Packers trade for Micah Parsons 2 weeks before week 1, and that defensive line completely wrecks your brand new rookie center, right? 20-6, and it wasn't that even close. Then you go back and you look at that hiring John Morton and then not taking the play calling over, and you saw the way it was going. They lost some games offensively. They should have been better. And then Eagles, the fourth downs against the Eagles were really atrocious. Those to me were the three moments that cost you this game, because I don't think the Lions in this game today got severely outplayed. I don't think if you look at the stats are pretty much even, passing yards, rushing yards. I don't think they got severely outplayed.
But I don't look at stuff like that as far as.
But if you're talking about the window, you're talking about how far are the Packers from the Lions. I don't think they're that far.
Yeah, but the difference I'm looking at is last year they were 8-0 at home, right?
Sure.
8-0. Now they're losing games at home. This was a big game for them. The Packers beat them in Green Bay. Okay, right? The Packers beat them in Green Bay. You watched last week against the Giants. Was that not a gift? That was a gift to me. That was a straight gift by the Giants. So I looked at that as that easily could have been a loss. It wasn't.
It was, yeah, but that's ultimately.
But it wasn't. And I look at how difficult it has been for them. This year, when this team last year was steamrolling everybody, that team is gone.
I do got to say, we will be remiss to not say Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur going forward on that fourth down play to convert it to Dontavian Wicks, I believe it was, to seal the game. That was massive, and that's a play. For all of the things that we're talking about, the Lions, it's the Packers that made that all-in trade for the defensive end that's supposed to take you to the next level. Losing this game, especially blowing a 10-point fourth-quarter lead for the Packers, that would have been catastrophic.
Yeah, but it's catastrophic. I hear you, And if the Lions would have fighting for their lives, would have somehow came back and won the game or whatever it is.
Wouldn't even have been somehow. It could have been an incomplete pass. It would have got the ball at the 50 in a field goal game.
But I'm just,
or a touchdown game.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you're going to get in the end zone even from there. I get it. You have a good shot at it. You would have a shot if you get the ball back. But I'm just saying the issue that I have is that was a huge game for the Lions. Everybody knew that going in. Like, that is – you can't allow them to sweep you and then to do it. If it was the reverse and you were in Green Bay, okay, I get it, and we tried to get a road win, but it didn't happen. Anyway, Lions lose. And 877-99 on Fox, 31-24, the first game of the day on this Thanksgiving. And that's what Dan Campbell sounded like after the game. I mean, I'm just they are 7-5. Doesn't look like they can win the division. There's a lot of other stuff going on. It is incredible. Where are you on the Lions? I say the window, to me, it's obvious. The window has closed. This year, I predicted they'd take a step back, that they wouldn't make the playoffs. Of course, they're not mathematically out of it. They could still make it, but they got a hard road to go. And I look at blown opportunities the last 2 years coming into this year, and now changes. Martin's not on that boat. I am. Where are you? 877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple, 877-996-6369. Live on your Thanksgiving night.
We'll do it live.
That's right. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss in for Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do? Stick and stay.
Especially if that tryptophan's hitting in the US of A.
Shedeur Sanders will be getting the start QB1 for the Cleveland Browns this Sunday in Vegas when they take on the Raiders.
All right, I'm just going to say it out front, and I know you're going to think it's hyperbole, and here's Rob, of course, going overboard and making something bigger than it is. But this is Judgment Day for Shedeur Sanders. Judgment Day. I don't want to hear about snaps. I don't want to about, he didn't do it. He'll have a week's practice. Yeah. All of that under his belt. Mm-hmm. He better not hold on to the ball too long. He better not fumble. He better not throw a couple of interceptions against this terrible team called the Las Vegas Raiders. If you can't beat them and perform like everybody's been beating them like a drum, here's your opportunity. You better play well. All of your excuse makers, I don't want to hear you if he throws 2 or 3 picks or a fumble and they lose to the Raiders. It's set up on a platter for you. This is better than Thanksgiving. You know why? You don't have to have the gravy or the what's that? Cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
This is straight turkey, juicy and wet. Okay, I'm talking about the turkey. All you need to do is come out and ball out and beat the Raiders like everybody else. Mm-hmm. Put the athletic talent on display. We already know that the Browns have the defense that's going to stop the Raiders, right?
Yes.
So now it's just a question of, can you put up points against that team, that pathetic team that Pete Carroll has in Las Vegas? You better play well. You better excel. If not, don't want to hear it. Yeah. Don't want to hear the excuses. Here's your opportunity, Shedeur.
No, 100%. This is a prime opportunity. He's playing a team that is not good. I'm not going to go to your level with it, Rob, but they are not good.
They're terrible.
They're not a good team. Ideal situation.
Pete Carroll should be embarrassed. It's one thing, Kerry, and I'm just going to say this. You could be like, okay, Pete Carroll's there. Mm-hmm. You expected Geno to play better. He's played really bad, so the quarterback play isn't great.
Yeah.
But they still got a decent defense. They still got a decent special team. No, they don't. Nothing. they can't run the ball. Quarterback play is atrocious.
Yeah.
Their defense is bad. Like, not special teams is bad. They fired a special teams coach earlier this year.
Yeah. No.
Nothing.
Yeah. No. They're a bad team. And Shedeur does have a chance to come out and get solid footing early against a really bad team and put up some numbers and show why he should be the guy there. This may be his only chance in Cleveland, which it sounds crazy.
It is a Thanksgiving evening here on The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss in for Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss. And don't forget to check out our new YouTube channel, man. We're loving it. Thank you for all the people subscribing to the Odd Couple YouTube channel. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and don't stop there. Give us a thumbs up icon, comment away, do all that good stuff. Do it! We appreciate it. Check us out, YouTube, and watch us live right now Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Martin, what's the quick update on the game?
Dak Prescott just threw a touchdown pass and completed a 2-point conversion. Now the Dallas Cowboys with a 28-21 lead with just over 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, kicking off to the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, there you go. All right, is Martin, can you hear me? All right. You can hear me, though?
I'm up.
Okay.
We're good to go.
All right, there we go.
Right.
I don't know what that was. I can hear myself now. All right, coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes, Keith McPherson, New York Sports Talk radio host. We're going to catch up. What's going on in New York? We'll do that. Shekel City. We got a lot of other stuff to get to here in this hour. But we're talking about the Lions. Window open to close. We want to hear from you. 877-99 on Fox. Join us. If you're in the car, driving around, just listening after eating all that turkey and all that good stuff, hit us up. Let's start with John in Indiana. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Dan Campbell is Detroit's own worst enemy.
Go ahead. Tell me why. I mean, there are fans who love Dan Campbell to start with, and I think he's lost some of that luster because they've seen him pass up some field goals. And, when you're making the fourth downs, obviously they look better and they feel good. But when you don't make them, then you don't.
That's exactly why I think he is, because you're passing up the points. You can't pass up the points. You're down that close. Kick the field goal.
Well, there are certain situations. Martin, are you cool with Dan Campbell and where he is? And you know what I mean? This is...
Yeah, today all of his decisions I was fine with. I didn't think, especially too, when you have the fourth down that Jamison Williams, Jamison Williams is now at this point in this loss and the Philly loss, dropped 2 fourth downs that would have been touchdowns if he catches the ball and executes the play. So at a certain point, I'm taking that off of the coach because you schemed it open. It's wide open. It's not like some of those they would always do this in Baltimore, some of those fourth and goals or 2-point conversions where they would run out and you see the play have no shot with Lamar. That's not what's happening in all of this with Dan Campbell. And I'm not understanding. So I don't have a problem with what he did today. The Philly one I have bigger issue with, but today the caller made the point going for it on fourth down. If the Packers didn't go for it on the fourth downs they did, they would have lost this game.
I get it, but I'm just saying, as you look back, I mean, the sting of that 49ers game is one that people will always have an issue with. You know what I mean? There was a sting there because they didn't get there, and people thought they did. You have friends in Detroit. What'd they do, Martin? They were texting you at halftime, booking their flights to Las Vegas.
Sure.
Am I right?
Sure.
Everybody and their uncle. I got 1 million texts. I never thought I'd see this day. Oh, I got my ticket. You know what I mean? The whole city of Detroit was coming to Las Vegas. And it didn't work out. 877-99 on Fox is our telephone number. Shay, we got one more? But Martin, just what do you think, if you're a Lions fan, I'm not saying you, but just in general, you're a Lions fan, what do you think where the fan base is? They got to be a little bit frustrated from the standpoint that, they were 15-2 last year, and now here you are, 5 losses already.
I'd be frustrated, sure, but I'm far from jumping off of the ship. I'm far from thinking the window is closed. This is the same essentially roster and thought process that went 15-2. And if anything, we saw how little 15-2 mattered when it got down to the postseason, right? So maybe not skating through the regular season or having some adversity throughout the regular season is better for some teams. I'm not saying that that's the case because they've had too much, but I would have to see at least another 17, 18 games of this being bad for me to even consider being ready to jump off Dan Campbell's boat.
Here's my only thing is, Shay, who's that we got? I'm sorry. Bert in Baltimore. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Our equipment's down, so I can't see the names. Bert, what's happening? Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what's up? Well, I haven't called for a while. I love you. I love your program.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving to the troops and all America. But the Detroit, a couple things. Number one, Dan, the coach, you got to take the field goals. In playoffs, you got this guy before you was totally right. When you're in the playoffs, you got to take every point. You got to fight for those inches. Life's a game of football, and so is you got to fight for the inches. Number two, another thing about Detroit you guys haven't talked about. They've had so many injuries this year. In football, you got to be lucky. It's the same thing with the Ravens.
Yep.
Lamar beaten up. He got sacked 7 times, sacked 5 times, and he's still recovering from the injury.
I get that, but that's why when your window's open and you have those opportunities, you know what I mean? Like, that's why you don't want, because it's not the same. You lose coordinators. Players get hurt. Players aren't
100%.
good. You know what I mean? And you look up. The last time the Lions went to the NFC Championship game, it took them 30 years to get back. Like, that could happen.
Yeah, 100%. You're right. And I was watching that game a couple years ago, and I said, take the damn field goals. Look, with regular season and postseason are two different things. And in the postseason, you got to take every point you can get.
No doubt. All right. Appreciate the call. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for supporting us during the holiday. All right, let's get you caught up. Martin Weiss has that. Let's do it.
Patrick Mahomes, and just threw an incomplete pass to Rashee Rice, went right through his hands on a 3rd down. Waiting to see what the Chiefs do here. They trail by 7 to the Dallas Cowboys. It's 28-21, 9:35 left. Chiefs lining up to punt here. Dak Prescott, 22 for 33, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That interception came in the first quarter. Mahomes is 20 for 29, 3 touchdowns. But again, one of those 9 incompletions. Rashee Rice drop. That would have been a first down. Earlier today, we saw the Packers beat the Lions 31-24, and according to Rob Parker, the fall of the Dan Campbell dynasty in Detroit. Green Bay aggressive and going for it on 4th down 3 times, getting 2 touchdowns and a game-sealing catch from it. So not taking the points worked out for the Packers. Amon-Ra St. Brown suffered an ankle injury, not considered to be significant. He will likely miss 1 to 2 weeks per Dan Campbell. Michael Parsons is the first player in NFL history to have 12 plus sacks in each of his first 5 NFL seasons. Elsewhere in the NFL, Colts quarterback Daniel Jones suffered a fracture in his fibula. Full participant in practice today, will attempt to play through it for Week 13. Steelers expect Aaron Rodgers to return for Week 13 on that fractured wrist. Full participant in practice. Baker Mayfield still up in the air. Jackson Dart has cleared concussion protocol. He's in line to start Monday Night Football against the Patriots. Bears activate Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson from injured reserve, getting some defensive backs back in the lineup. Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley good to go for the Eagles offense after fully participating in practice. They have play tomorrow against the Bears. Eli Drinkowitz and Missouri have agreed to a 6-year contract. He's now making an average of 10 and three quarters, there we go, $1 million, and getting more of that NIL money to stay the head coach at the University of Missouri through 2031. Back to you.
All right. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Martin Weiss in for Kelvin Washington on this Thanksgiving evening. There you go. I love it. Rob Parker and Martin Weiss. And now let's welcome in our guest, Keith McPherson. Of course, our New York Sports Talk radio host. You know he worked at The Fan, and he does all kinds of stuff. You see him on social media. Let's welcome into the Odd Couple. Keith, what's happening? Say hi to Martin Weiss. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yo, Martin, was that you doing the turkey sound? Do not do that sound. Don't do that.
No, man.
That was me.
Definitely not.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm not good at doing the turkey impersonations, but it's all good.
Yeah, no sounds. We eat the turkey. The turkey day is about to be done, man. Thanks for having me. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm ready for Christmas to start.
No doubt. All right. Hey, there's a lot of stuff going on in New York, so we definitely want to get there. Let's start with Aaron Glenn and the Jets. Disastrous first year, kind of put a lot of stock into the quarterback and cutting people early on. It's just kind of been a disaster. It sounds like they're going to keep him around. Does he deserve a second season? Is it just a lot of stuff that has to happen? Where are you on Aaron Glenn?
Oh, yeah, he's going to get more than a second season. Woody Johnson came out and told the media that he gives him a hug every day and tells him keep the faith. So if the owner is giving you hugs and the owner is telling you keep the faith, like, who else do you need to talk to? Who else do you need assurance from? And, I mean, it's the Jets. What do you expect? Like, we weren't really expecting him to come in here and lead them to the playoffs. But I think his bravado, I think him being such a tough guy, going at the media, like all that is blown up in his face, right? You didn't want to tell us who the quarterback was. I mean, you don't really even have a quarterback between Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor. But I'll tell you this, the 2 wins that they got over the state of Ohio, beating Cleveland and beating Cincinnati, that's enough. And then Darren Muji, who came in with them, their trade deadline, they're good. It's all going to line up for them to draft Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore or Ty Simpson or one of them. And then once they get their quarterback, then we'll be able to actually judge them.
But let me ask you, he was the one that was high on Justin Fields. How surprised were you that he was that high? I mean, he thought he was going to rewrite. He was going to be the next Baker Mayfield with the Jets.
Fool me. Exactly. Had me fooled. I thought he was about to be the next Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, right? Like a third stop. And, he figures it out. And also because AG was the defensive coordinator with the Lions in the division with the Bears, I'm like, he saw something. On film, he saw something, and he knows he could work with something. Tanner Engstrand, his offensive coordinator, I'm sure that they had a plan for him. Nah, I don't know what they thought he was going to be. They gave him $30 million guaranteed, and he regressed. Like, they can't run the regular offense. Like, the offense stalls too much with Justin Fields. So I say that to say this. They better go get help evaluating these quarterbacks coming out of the draft, because clearly they didn't know what they were doing. They kicked Aaron Rodgers to the curb, and they signed Justin Fields. Now, whoever decided that cannot decide who they're picking with that top pick in the draft. They need to, go get Chad Pennington, Vinny Testaverde, go get somebody. Go get somebody that was with the Jets playing quarterback that could help you out as far as identifying who the next guy should be.
So is it just something in the water in New York? Because I could have sworn going into the offseason, I'm like, man, is Russell Wilson the third best quarterback on the New York Giants? And I feel like at this point in the season, my suspicions have been confirmed that Russell Wilson was, in fact, the third best quarterback. Jackson Dart clears concussion protocol and looking like he'll play Monday night. What's the state of the Giants and their quarterback situation?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, right? Because they move on from Daniel Jones. And they bring in Russ after they sign Jameis, and we're like, okay, why do you need both of them? Then you hit in the draft, you get Dart, you kick Tommy Cutlets to the curb. It's like, okay, Russ to me was always fake. I'm not talking about his personality, but I never thought it was going to work. We saw him lose out in Pittsburgh. What did he lose, the last 5 games straight? Like, they wanted him out of there, and I knew it wasn't going to work here with the Giants just the first couple games. So Jameis been balling. Everybody's high on Jameis. Jameis catching touchdowns, stiff-arming guys, doing the Heisman. And when he hits the end zone, his celly is ready. He's got the dances ready. But now he's got to step aside again like he did in the beginning of the year when they announced Dart as the quarterback number 2. And we were like, wait, the rookie is QB2, not Jameis? Yeah, he's got to step aside again. And they're about to get back to young Jackson Dart. And let's see if Dart has regress. Let's see if Dart, with all his time off, not having Brian Dable, coming back from the concussion, is he going to slide? Is he going to get out of bounds? Is he going to be the same player now against this Patriots defense on Monday night? They got nothing to lose here. They're already cooked. The most losingest franchise the last something like 7 or 8 years in the NFL. So, the fans just want to see this young guy go back out and ball and see if he learned anything about protecting himself.
All right, our guest is Keith McPherson, New York Sports Talk radio host, joining us here on the Odd Couple Thanksgiving night. We appreciate you so much. Let's go to baseball in New York in the offseason. We know that Yankees losing the postseason to the Blue Jays, who got to the World Series. They didn't have Garrett Cole. They were tied with the Blue Jays on the AL East. I know people make it like it was a horrible year. You lose your ace, and you still tie for the best record in the league. But Hal Steinbrenner, a bellyache in the owner about the Dodgers. What do you make of that? The Yankees have money. Like the idea that he's complaining that the Dodgers are spending money is comical to me.
Yeah, it is comical because now the Dodgers are the new evil empire that we once knew the Yankees to be, right? Now the Dodgers don't spare any expense. Back-to-back years, they have the highest payroll, and they go win the World Series. They got all the superstars. They got all the pedigree. And here's Hal Steinbrenner talking about, we can't do what they do. No, you can't, because you can't defer contracts to come play in the Bronx, to live in New York, right? It's not Chavez Ravine. It's not sunny California, and you're not playing with Shohei and Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts. It's not Dodger Stadium. You got to pay these guys. And the Yankees, they always stop short, right? They didn't want to pay Yamamoto as much as the Dodgers wanted to pay him. Like, they always stop short. They didn't want to pay Juan Soto what the Mets wanted to pay him. And here we are now. Hal speaks to the media, and the only thing I was interested in getting from Hal Steinbrenner was, is there a salary cap on how much you'll spend? Is it 300? Is it 308? And he pretty much said no. But then he cracked me up with the hey, you guys don't know how much our expenses are. You see our profit in Forbes. You see our profit on Twitter and on the internet, but you don't know about the cost. We had to pay $100 million to the city of New York, and we're like, yeah, all right.
Right.
Sure
Anybody trying to hear all that?
Yeah, nobody want to hear that. We know how rich you guys are. We know how expensive it is in Yankee Stadium. We know how everything associated with the Yankees costs money, and it's been 16 years without a championship. So make sure you spend top dollar to get Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole and Giancarlo Stanton back to the Fall Classic this year.
Hey, we got about a minute left. Martin's got one more thing he wants to ask.
Yeah, I just want to get the state of the Knicks. Mike Brown, I saw him making jokes today at his press conference. So, things can't be that bad in New York if the media is still laughing. 8-1 at home. But Knicks have a lot of expectations on a first-year head coach.
Listen, they're banged up. They've had early injuries. Landry Shamet, OG Anunoby, Brunson was down for a minute, came back. And we all know they're expected to win, but they're not going to win the whole thing. We'll see. They're a good team, and they kicked Tom Thibodeau to the curb for Mike Brown. And Mike Brown, hey, what a lucky guy. He inherited a ready-made squad. They made the squad better, but I think state of the Knicks, we know they're good, but we know there's some cracks in their armor. Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, your two best players, they're not going to play any defense. You need OG back. You need Mikal Bridges to take that next step. And I just think ultimately when we get to the end of the year, if they're not healthy, they're not going to get to where they got to go. And with all of the hype and all the expectations in New York, it is finals or bust. And the Knicks were never in that type of group. That was always the Yankees, right? Win it all or it's a failure. Now the Knicks are in that group, and I just don't think that they could do it. But hey, they're going to enjoy the ride. And they say NBA don't start till Christmas anyway. So right now, to have a nice record at home, they did struggle on the road a little bit. They're not sweating it because they're still getting their chemistry together, their rotations together, and figuring this thing out very early on.
All right. His name is Keith McPherson from NYC, of course, sports talk show host. And Keith, my man, great stuff. We appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the fam.
Man, good looking out. Big week for me. Big buzz, big viral buzz for me this week. And, I'm not hiding. I'm available, so I appreciate you guys having me on.
No doubt. Appreciate it, my man. We'll talk soon. All right. Coming up next, we're going to talk to a legendary radio host from Detroit. He will give us the inside on the Lions. It's Michael Stone from the Ticket 97.1.
Wow.
So coming up next, we got Stoney. It is the Odd Couple here on Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss in for Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you've had any kidney stonies in the US of A.
Things are a blank show.
Can't say he ain't honest.
Yeah, and he said he's struggling out there. So, of course, his coach was asked about it earlier today. Nick Sirianni said it's not a distraction. But A.J. Brown, credit to him, met with the media about an hour ago and elaborated on his frustrations.
Obviously, I want to win too, and I think if we're really focusing on winning and doing our job, we can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over the defense doing their job and getting us out of trouble. At what point are we going to pick up our slack as an offense that we're so great, And that's what I'm getting at. It's not about we're not winning or I don't care about winning. All I care about is stats. No, it's been week after week sometimes we're not contributing. We're not doing our job on offense. So you can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over that and you expect to win late in the year and you think you're going to go to it at the end of the year. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Last year, what it was, thank you for the ring, but it's a new season. They adapted. We have to adapt, and we have to continue to get better and try to find new ways. So that's where the frustration comes in. Cause
he's full of crap, A.J. Brown, and if I was the Eagles and I could move on from him, I would.
They had a chance.
He's a distraction. Sirianni can be as nice as he wants. Oh, it's not a distraction. It's about winning. You're winning, and guess what? The same way you give credit to the defense and how well they're playing, give the Green Bay Packers some credit as well on their defense. Maybe they played great, and you did just enough to win. You ever think about that? You're not going to score 35 points every game. This is about you because there were games where he got numbers and still wasn't happy. He wasn't happy the next week, right? Because he had a big week, and the next week he only got 3 or 4 targets or whatever it was, and he was belly aching. Come on, dude. What are you doing? You have a chance to do something special. Win another one, back-to-back. Win and move on. Yes, we know that there's more firepower and more stuff there. When the running game got shut down in the Super Bowl, guess what happened? Jalen Hurts was able to throw the ball around, and they steamrolled the Kansas City Chiefs. It is there. Sometimes you got to win and move on. It was a struggle. Those things happen, Kelvin. Come on, man. Stop making it where you have to you coming off a big win in Green Bay.
True.
And you're worried about you and your stats? Come on. I can't take it. I wouldn't want that guy on my team.
Well, honestly, Rob, a lot of people echo the same sentiments. And me and you have been talking about it essentially now, but not even just this year. We talked about it last year. Remember, these were conversations they were having last year. Then they kind of tried to quiet the storm. He and Jalen Hurts had a little weird thing going on. Then they said, no, we're good. Jalen Hurts, how you feel? We good. You can tell, like, something ain't good. Nick Sirianni had to get in the middle of it. Then he busts out the book and all that. So we talked about it last year. Talked about it earlier this year. Then they had a chance before the trade deadline. What were they going to do? People were wondering. And they put it out there. We're not trading AJ. We're not trading AJ. We're not trading AJ. And they didn't. And here we are. Now, here's the thing, Robs. I'll tell both of y'all. What he just said, that last spiel, I actually wish that was the first thing he said. Because to me, that wasn't the weird cryptic tweets, the weird cryptic posts on Instagram, the weird walking out and not doing interviews, the weird book. I like what he said there because what have we heard if you've been paying attention to the NFL the last few weeks? A lot of time, not the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals. Trying not to blame their defense because they're saying we're a team, we're a unit. You know, yes, the offense is rolling right now, the defense. There are times where one side of the ball is going to be playing better than others. And I like him saying we want to help out. We want to compete. The Baltimore Ravens, right? Offense, easy, 20, 30, 40 points easily. Defense, that wasn't great early on.
But the only problem with that, and I get it, but it's only when he doesn't have numbers that there's an issue. So it's not just about it's about I'm not getting any numbers.
So where I'm going with this, though, is if he said that initially, right, if someone said, hey, offense hasn't been going, only this amount of points, what's going on, and he said that, I would have been all right. Yo, we got to get this thing rolling. You know, our defense, we've been relying on. It's not fair to that unit side of the ball. I would be all right with that. It's that it's combined with that, cryptic tweets, weird messages here, not speaking there, pointing fingers there, and it just continues to be exhausting. And my thing is this, Rob. What if they lose him when they need him most? And I was talking to Rob G earlier. It's not about a reception per se. What if they lose him, Rob, when they needed him to do sometimes if you know the game, I need you to run full steam so that the defense thinks you actually are running a route as we're about to give this ball to Saquon. What if he what's it? What if we're running with Saquon here or we're going to do a quarterback sneak and he doesn't block? You know what I mean? Those things that are not necessarily on the stat sheet. And you lose him in the regard of those types of things. That's detrimental to the team.
Couple on a Thanksgiving night. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss, in for Kelvin Washington. We appreciate you hanging out with us on this holiday and enjoying the sports. And, man, we got a barn burner in Dallas, 31-28. The Cowboys have the ball and the lead. Need 2 first downs probably to win this game because it's about 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go. So there's still a lot of time to go. They need a drive, definitely. Now let's welcome in here on The Odd Couple, a guy Martin and I both know, Mike Stone, better known as Stoney. from 97 won the ticket in Detroit. He was at the Lions' big game against the Packers today. Stoney, what's happening? Come on, Stoney.
Happy Thanksgiving. I knew I was going to talk to you. I didn't know I get the pleasure to talk to Martin, too, who's probably a lot better than you. So happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Happy Thanksgiving, Stoney. Good to hear from you, my friend.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Stoney, that was a big loss. I mean, how big was that as far as obviously the Lions trying to win the division, the playoffs, everything. They got a gift last week from the Giants at home, and now they lose this game. What's the temperature on the Lions?
Well, the temperature on the Lions, I was just on the air for 2 hours, people venting, and basically, people are blaming, a lot of blame to go around. Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, injuries, whatever. The bottom line is they're not going to be in the playoffs. And because they would have to basically go 4-1, and I don't see them beating Dallas and the Rams. So I think they're done. Forget about the division. If they get lucky and somehow can squeak by Dallas next week, which I don't see it. St. Brown's probably not going to play. Team is banged up, especially up front in the offensive line, and their defensive line gives them nothing. So, hey, let's look at mock drafts like we used to do.
Yeah, but Stoney, okay, so we're looking at mock drafts like you used to do, and it is probably around the same time of year where you start to really look at mock drafts like you used to do. But how is it that's on the concept of Dan Campbell in general? Rob Parker's ready to fire the man, and I just can't imagine
I said that the window's closed, Stoney, and you'll go back and to me, they had a great opportunity to get there.
So is the window closed on this iteration of the Lions?
I don't think it's closed depending on what happens in the offseason because their really good players are signed long-term.
Right.
Well, Gibbs hasn't signed yet. Branch hasn't signed yet, but they will. You got St. Brown, you got Sewell, you got Hutch, he needs help. So your foundation is there. So that's why I don't think the window is closed per se. Now, eventually, maybe 2 years, you got to look at who the next quarterback is going to be. Sam Laporta, they decide what they're going to do with him. They obviously just him. He's probably done for the rest of the season. That's not why they're losing. Look, Campbell has done a great job all in all. He makes decisions today I didn't like, but that's what they do. I mean, Green Bay, I can't believe Fleur went for a fourth down at the end there, too. And he got away with it, but that's football today. They Campbell should have taken a field goal earlier when it was still a two-possession game. He should have punted at one point. But the bottom line is they got beat up in the trenches. That's the most important thing. And then a lot of that is because of injuries. And as you know, one of the best centers in the last decade is coming back, but it's too little too late.
All right. So, again, last thing, Stoney. You do not believe they'll make the playoffs. Martin Weiss is the. I'm with you. I actually picked it. Did you pick it before the season, or did you pick it now? My only question.
Well, I thought they'd make the playoffs because I thought that I picked them to finish 10-7, basically, or 11-6. I don't remember which. And I didn't, look at nobody but the Bears were going to have the record they're having. I thought Minnesota would be better. I put Green Bay. I thought it'd be between them and the Packers. And once the Packers did the right thing and got Micah Parsons, that's what won the division, I think, for them.
All right. Hey, Stoney, we appreciate you taking some time with us. Michael Stoney, my old radio partner from The Odd Couple, back in the original version of this show, back on WDFN in Detroit. Stoney, my man, happy Thanksgiving to you, Cindy, and the girls and the family.
Yes, sir, Stoney.
Thank you. Hey, Martin, one question. Did your alma mater have a chance on Saturday?
Absolutely, they have a chance. 100%.
There's Martin the homer. Of course they do. He picks them every year.
That's what they said last year. Year before.
No doubt. All right, Stoney, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right. Michael Stone. Were you surprised that Stoney said that they're not making the playoffs?
No. I mean, I think they have a better shot than he has. I think they split between the Cowboys and Rams, but they're on the outside looking in. It's not crazy.
No. All right. Coming up, hour number 2 of the program. It's real simple. Are you rooting for the Chiefs not to make the playoffs? They are losing 31-28.
Depends on what happens on the next 3 minutes. It might be easier for you to root for that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general. You know what I mean? I think they've used all their timeouts now, haven't they? Have they used them all?
Kansas City's out of timeouts. Dallas still has some.
So we'll do that and much more. Hour number 2 on The Odd Couple on this Thanksgiving evening. That's right. You know what you better do? Stick and stay.
America!
We are Fox Sports!
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes. I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's The Odd Couple. You know what time it is.
Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
The final Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys victorious 31-28 over the Kansas City Chiefs. Dallas now improves to 6-5-1. Kansas City falls to 6-6. Dak Prescott 27 for 39, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes had a 4-touchdown day, 23 completions on 34 attempts. Kareem Hunt led Kansas City in rushing with 58 yards. Javonte Williams, Dallas with 59. CeeDee Lamb 112 through the air and a touchdown. He's had some trouble so far this year. Earlier today, the Packers beat the Lions 34-21 in Detroit. Green Bay going for it 3 times on 4th down, getting all 3 of them, 2 touchdowns and a game-sealing catch on those plays. Jordan Love had a 4-touchdown day, 2 of those to Dontavian Wicks. The Steelers expect Aaron Rodgers to return for Week 13. Full participant today in practice. Baker Mayfield still up in the air. I'm Martin Weiss.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2. And
Number
thank you
2.
for joining us here on Thanksgiving night. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss, in for Kelvin Washington. Yes, we are live both on here on Fox Sports Radio and on YouTube. Thank you, Bill. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel that we have, The Odd Couple. That's right. You can watch us right now. You like the mustard jacket that I'm wearing? A little sporty for Thanksgiving. No?
Looking good.
I was trying to do something different. You know, I always got on a hoodie or a sweatshirt or something with The Odd Couple on, or MLB Bro or something stitched in.
Because you need to know.
That's right. I figured we'd do something different this time around. But check out us on YouTube. Just go to Odd Couple FSR. That's Odd Couple FSR. That's right. And just subscribe. Coming up in about 27 minutes, Deshaun Tate, basketball analyst. We'll talk some college basketball and some NBA. We'll do that with him. We also got a little shop talk. We got a lot of stuff to get to. But, Martin, you just did the update. Update us again for people just tuning in. What happened to the Kansas City? What happened, Lucy, to the Kansas City Chiefs, who were favored in this game in Dallas? Cowboys are now 6-5-1, and the Chiefs dropped to 6-6.
I mean, Kansas City not able. They scored 14 fourth-quarter points, but not able to get the win. They were down going into the fourth quarter, obviously, but that Dak Prescott threw an interception in the first quarter. Didn't matter much. 31-28, the final score. Brandon Aubrey getting it. I mean, Kansas City scored the last points on the board. Dak kneeled it out. But just honestly, impressive offensive performance by the Cowboys in this matchup today.
No doubt. Where are you on? We know how things work in sports, okay? Because it's not just people hate the Dodgers now. They just won back-to-back World Series, right? Shay, am I right? The Dodger hate is through the roof. Shay's a Dodger fan. Am I right?
Yeah, it's crazy that you're saying.
I'm just saying,
no,
like
it's through the roof. I've seen it everywhere. I mean, I'm used to seeing it. Obviously, like the Dodgers have always kind of been the team that always got the hate, but it's now more than ever.
Right,
like,
because they've won a couple World Series in a row.
Back-to-back.
Yeah. Also,
exactly.
You put Shohei Ohtani on layaway and he's paying weekly.
Right.
You know, that's also probably annoying people.
But I think this is where we are with Kansas City now.
100%.
I think that there are people in NFL America who are now rooting. At first, it was a great story. Patrick Mahomes was unbelievable, this young guy, only his second year in the league, and he's winning MVPs. I remember they won't lose. How can they lose? He took a team-friendly contract so everything can stay in place. Who's going to beat him? My old radio partner, Chris Broussard. He's Jordan-esque. I scoffed at it. I said, no way, no how. Stop with the Jordan. He's not even Joe Montana-esque. Stop it. And now here we are. Last year they were 11-0 in one-score games. 1-6 this year. Can't win those games. Those would be magical. They would get a holding call. They would get something go their way. Patrick Mahomes would find a way to win, pull it out. Other teams would melt with the idea of playing the Chiefs. Enough already. I'm done. In the Super Bowl last year, what did I say? ABC. Anybody but Chiefs. Before the season started, I'll raise my hand. I said the Chiefs will not, N-O-T, make the playoffs. People thought I was crazy. What? With Patrick Mahomes in that division? How? What are you talking about? You're just a hater. No, I'm not. I saw this coming. The juju from last year. They were lucky to get to the Super Bowl. They were lucky to be 15-2. How? They didn't play well enough. And now here we are. Am I crazy, Martin, or do you feel the anti-Chief stuff? Or no? Are you still rooting for the Chiefs? You still want to see them get to the Super Bowl every year?
I went to journalism school, so I'm a reporter. I don't root for teams. No. I am not a wild and rampant hater.
It's not about being a hater. I'm just let me clarify when I talk about
that
this.
was 5 minutes.
Let me clarify. Let me just clarify this.
To be clear,
I want to clarify this.
I want to clarify. That was 5 minutes of some hating.
Okay,
right there.
I just want to clarify. When you do this job, and you'll get this down the road or you'll figure it out.
Sure.
What you want to do in your analysis is you root for you being right. That's what I get paid for. And when I'm the one who goes out on a limb, everybody can pick the Chiefs every year and say they're not going to make the playoffs, which is going out on a limb. If it does come to pass, and right now it looks like they got a rough road to make it.
They got a rough road to make it. They have to go undefeated, I believe, to make the playoffs. To have a shot to make the playoffs. They don't have any tiebreakers.
Right. They've lost all right.
They've lost all their tiebreakers to from Denver to Jacksonville, all the wild card tiebreakers.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they have to win out to maybe make the postseason. But I always this honestly reminds me of another one of the takes that you like the most. Never give any money back. Because Patrick Mahomes did take that team-friendly contract, right? Making it 10 years. And sure, don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes' W-2 is not light. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's got money, right.
He's got money. But the way he structured his deal was the idea that you're going to be able to extend guys, keep teams together, so on and so forth. And guess what you got right now? The leading rusher on the Kansas City Chiefs is the same person who was the leading rusher on the Kansas City Chiefs when Patrick Mahomes signed that contract. The leading tight end receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs is the same one that Patrick Mahomes signed that contract. You look at Tom Brady, right? The guy that they compare Patrick Mahomes to in terms of career rise.
Wait a minute, Tyreek Hill's not there anymore.
But the tight end leading receiver, Travis Kelce. He was the receiver when Mahomes signed his extension. He was their number one target. He's still their number one target. They've not filled in. They absorbed losing Tyreek Hill for a few years, but they never replaced him in terms of being the guy over the top that they had. My point is this. They did not nearly improve around Mahomes year after year after year after year. And if you look at the corollary, Brady got out to the hot start to start his career. Mahomes got out to the hot start to start his career. Brady had a period in the middle where he was not winning at the same clip, in part because the players around him were older, lost a step.
People forget about that 9-year gap. There's a 9-year gap between winning Super Bowl.
They had to reload the skill players, and Kansas City has not done that successfully, whether you want it to be injury, suspension, whatever excuse you want to make for the reason why it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't. Is Patrick Mahomes the same guy? I know he had 4 touchdowns today. You know, what do you have? 4 touchdowns, 261 yards. He played fine. He did what he had to do. They just couldn't stop the Cowboys, who have a juggernaut of an offense. Every time they needed to get a first down, they got it, and that's how you secure these games. But when you win a lot, fans, start to pull against you. I'm not surprised of the Kansas City. After a while, it's like, okay, can somebody else win? We're ready to see somebody else get in there, and I'm not surprised. Coming into the season, what was your take on Kansas City, and where were you as far as just, the feeling of the team, winning the division again? They've owned the division, right?
I picked the Broncos to win the West.
You did?
I thought all three of the perennial AFC powers were all going to struggle this year. Just off of this very non-scientific.
Even the Ravens. So you picked them not to win the division.
I told your partner, I think between Buffalo and Baltimore, one of them is missing the playoffs, and I think all three of these teams are wild cards. And he looked at me like I was crazy.
Well, they're leading the division now.
I mean, but I said this before you asked me what my take was before kickoff of the regular season. That was my opinion, and they're leading it now. But again, we'll see how it all shapes out. But it's not scientific, but they've just played more football than everybody else. Kansas City's been to 7 straight AFC championship games. You add all that in, that's like a whole other football season that these guys have played. But I just have not been impressed with the year-to-year roster improvement that I think you have to have. Kansas City's left tackle's been an issue forever. They address.
I'm not going to say I told you so or anything. The season's not over, but I told you so. Before the season started, I did say they wouldn't make the playoffs. I'm not surprised. I'm not. Also, you mentioned the Mahomes. He has 3 red zone interceptions that basically have helped him lose games.
Yesterday was terrible.
Philly has won the pick 6, Jacksonville, and then yesterday, which was a 10-point swing. You know what I mean? I mean, no, that's huge from a touchdown and then a field goal for them on the other end. In a game you lose by 3, it's a huge. But last year I talked about it. I don't know. I've seen different, Rob G. I've seen 10-0 in one-score games, 11-0 in one-score. And even ESPN just it said 12-0, in one-score games. Am I right?
Varies. I don't know if people are including like postseason and not saying it or something, but it keeps varying.
Am I right?
ESPN had 12-0 and 0-5.
They had 12-0, right? And I'm looking at it going, we've been talking about 11-0. At least we have.
Yeah.
And then I ever saw somebody say 10-0. Well, the other thing too is, 0-5 in one-score game. That's what they used to be about. Mm-hmm. Don't let it be close, because guess what?
Right.
They'll beat you in the end. And when Kelsey got the touchdown, what happened? You thought, oh,
here it is.
Look at the magic. Kelsey, at least for one game, he's back. And then, just didn't happen. And Bo Nix, we talked about it. Let me say, I said this to you before. Defense always gives you a shot at being in games. I don't care what anybody says. If you have you always have a shot, because that other team's not going to get enough points to run away from you,
Mm-hmm.
And then Bo Nix, couple of big throws, that third down throw, right? Big catch and throw and catch. But this is what I'm saying. This doesn't feel the same. It feels, and I know we could talk about it, the end of a dynasty or whatever. I just think that it ain't the same team. I know you thought once he got the receivers back that they were going to be a juggernaut offensively, and they had a few games against some bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
But that offense isn't the same. Patrick Mahomes isn't the same. He hasn't been really the same for a while. And he had, I'll give you 3 or 4 games this year where he lit up the scoreboard, and you can look at the opponents. I think they beat the Lions and what other game? Only 2 teams. They're the same
the
way.
Lions.
There's only 2 teams that they beat.
Are you saying the whole season?
Yeah, they only got 5 wins.
They beat the Ravens, and the
Ravens are 5-5. Who else?
And then as far as those types of wins, because they beat the Commanders, they beat the Raiders, they beat you mentioned the Lions, and that's it. I mean, they lost to the Jags. They lost to the Eagles.
They haven't beaten any.
Lions and
the
Ravens.
Lions and the Ravens.
Yeah.
And the Ravens. offensive line. They were a better team.
100%.
And people were, I would never bet against Patrick Mahomes. And I was like, have you watched like the Eagles and their offensive and defensive line? Seriously, like people who watch football were like, no, they're way better than the Chiefs. And we saw what the beatdown.
So I'm not trying to jump around because I know we're talking about the Chiefs right now, but I know you watched that Thursday night game, the Texans and the Bills.
Yes.
After that Friday afternoon, all week, you had to hear about how the Bills had a horrible offensive line. But Josh Allen ran into like 6 different sacks, admitted so much postgame. We can see that Josh Allen is a big reason why the Bills lost that game. Right? Now, in this game today, Patrick Mahomes played pretty damn well.
He did.
There's not much more you can ask for the guy. Throw 4 touchdowns, was in every play, had some big magical plays, and it just didn't work out today, right? But over the aggregate of this year, Mahomes has been up and down, and the Chiefs have been up and down as well. The idea that this team is supposed to go on what would have had to have been an 8-game win streak to make the playoffs is laughable. And if anybody's saying it like that, you're couching it in a way that is unnecessary, to which I don't care for.
Well, right. There's no reason. You don't need to do that. You know what I mean? To justify Patrick Mahomes. It was last year, I remember, during the NBA when the playoffs started. Luka and LeBron, who in the West do you care? You were those two put together. I'd take them over everybody. That's what people said. That's what people said.
And it's just to me, just watch the games. Like, watch the games, break them down, and do what you're supposed to be doing because – and I get the whole, well, let's wait till Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy comes back. I'm sorry. It's not like we're waiting for T. Higgins and Jamar Chase to come back, right? Like, Rashee Rice is a good, not great player. Xavier Worthy,
but that's
a
what
good,
they tried,
not great
right?
player.
But that's what they tried to make it. All right, let's get you caught up. Martin Weiss has that. The Ravens have started against the Bengals. That game is underway, and we got some finals.
Well, the Bengals have started against the Ravens thus far. Joe Burrow, in his first game back after that toe injury, pretty much marching down the field thus far. Just under 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Joe drops back on 3rd and 7. Jamar Chase drops the ball. All right, Joe's first incompletion. What's that?
I said no play-by-play.
I was literally doing the update. Did that not happen literally as I'm doing the update as the Bengals are running off the field? It's a scoreless game, Rob, so I'm trying to just let people know what's going on. Evan McPherson running out. Baltimore is yet to touch the ball offensively for their first offensive series. Earlier today, we saw the Cowboys beat the Chiefs 31-28. Dak Prescott 27 for 39, 320 through the air, a touchdown and an interception. Patrick Mahomes played a pretty good game even in this loss, 23 for 34, 261, 4 touchdowns, 2 of those to Rashee Rice, who had 92 yards receiving. CeeDee Lamb really bounced back today, 7 catches, 112 through the air. He had 3 drops the last time the Cowboys played. We saw the Packers beat the Lions 31-24. Green Bay going for it on 4th down 3 times, getting 2 touchdowns and a game-sealing catch, kind of flipping the script. Dan Campbell, normally the one benefiting from 4th down conversions. Dan Campbell did say Amon-Ra St. Brown's ankle injury that he suffered today will likely only keep him out for 1 to 2 weeks. They'll know more tomorrow. Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns, 2 of those to Dontavian Wicks. Colts quarterback Daniel Jones suffered a fracture in his fibula. He was still a full participant in practice and attempt to play against the Texans. Steelers expect Aaron Rodgers to return Week 13, full participant in practice today. Baker Mayfield's status still up in the air. Giants say Jackson Dart's clear concussion protocol. He's in line to play Monday night against the Patriots. Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, Bears defensive backs activated from injured reserve. Wide receiver Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley, running back, both off the injury report. Look like full go for Philadelphia tomorrow against Chicago. And in the NBA, Warriors anticipate Steph Curry will miss about a week or so. He's got a quad contusion, suffered last night in a loss to Houston. Understood not to be serious, but got to treat that and see when he'll be able to come back. And Jalen Williams, the guard for the Thunder, All-NBA player off the injury report, he'll make his season debut tomorrow in Oklahoma City. And right now in college basketball, Arkansas has a 12-5 lead over Duke. Back to us.
All right, Martin, appreciate it. It is the Odd Couple on a Thanksgiving evening, Thanksgiving night, wherever you may be. Hope you had some great food, family, friends.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, has it been some night. It's great to always be here, and this crew and the staff working here on The Odd Couple to give you a nice live show. And Alex and I take great pride in it. We really do. Of course.
What are me and Shay? Canned cranberry sauce?
No, not at all. Not at all. We love you guys.
Just
too.
like gravy to our mashed potatoes.
You know, I mean, we do. We appreciate
Uninvited
that.
guests we are, Shay.
No, you're not.
Ever since the Dodgers won, Rob's been different with me, man.
Oh, come on, Shay. Don't say that.
All right,
I
Tom,
gave
I
you
get
money
it.
for your cheesecake, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
A week late, but it's all right.
All right. I don't have the big dough you have. We got Deshaun Tate, right? Are we ready for him? Okay. All right. Now let's welcome into The Odd Couple Deshaun Tate, basketball analyst, of course, college basketball, NBA basketball. His podcast, Locked on the Hawks. Deshaun, what's happening? Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for taking out a few minutes from your family. Say hi to Martin Weiss. Deshaun, are you there? We hear you.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep,
Okay,
we got you
we
now.
got you now. What's happening?
All right, perfect.
Happy
Man,
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to the both of you, man. Martin, it's been a long time, man. Good to see you. Good to hear from you, especially both of you at the same time.
No doubt. Good to hear from you too, my friend.
No doubt.
It's your time of year, man. I'm watching Duke and Arkansas going at it.
Oh, no. So
yeah.
We're going to get into the college basketball. I did want to start with that, the Tom Izzo, Michigan State and North Carolina. What you got for me? What's your takeaway from today?
I think the biggest thing is just, when you typically think about Michigan State, you think about Michigan State primarily playing the way that they've been playing right now, but in March. I don't know if they've gotten to a point where they're kind of, peaking early or what have you, but crashing the boards, getting back to the old school way of Michigan State playing. And that's how they played Carolina. That's how they beat Kentucky by 20 last week, and the same thing prior to that against Arkansas. And so they got Duke in about a week from now. Next Saturday is going to be another really tough test for them. But I just think that, getting to this point now where you have all these exhibition games and so forth that take place prior to the regular season starting, I think this is just another example of how it has kind of helped prepare different teams for this early part of the year. We're getting really, really good, high-level, tough schedule type basketball games at a really good time. You don't have to wait for March to get some madness.
Now, from Michigan State to the program that's been the premier program for the last 20 years in the state of Michigan, University of Michigan.
Here we go.
This
the
season
Michigan
thus
homer.
far. Hey, even with Juwan Howard. Even with Juwan Howard.
I thought I heard the word premier.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. And I'll say this right now. I don't know who's the number one team in college basketball. All I know is I watched Michigan beat everybody by 40.
Right, and you know what? I have seen that over the course of the last week, but what they wouldn't tell you is a 4-point win, I think it was, on the road against the unranked TCU team, and an overtime win that was a real snoozer against Wake Forest, albeit in wins for the Michigan Wolverines. I don't know if they're the number one team in the country either, but they're playing like it right now. I know Arizona might have a way that they feel about that. In addition to maybe Duke might have some things. They got a really tough schedule in front of them. They played a couple tough teams, Kansas being one of them last week. And, of course, you got, Houston and Purdue that feels their own ways of coming away with some wins so far, some big-time wins this year. So Michigan is definitely, without question, in that conversation. All the money that they spent on NIL, they also should be.
What did you make? Our guest is Deshaun Tate, basketball analyst based in Atlanta, locked on the Hawks. And he does a great job with college basketball and the NBA. Real quick about Jalen Rose and Chris Webber on the TV set together yesterday. What was that?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I don't know. Sometimes it kind of feels like a little weird energy. Sometimes just because you don't, you hear what you hear.
When I saw it, I felt the same way like you. It was kind of weird energy. I was like,
it does seem like it a little bit sometimes, and I don't really know all the different backstories. I know what I hear, and sometimes that's enough to give me the weird vibe and energy that I felt from seeing them both. But it's really good to see them. I also saw them over the summer. My sister, Mary Sheffield, is the new mayor-elect. Congratulations to her.
That's right. Wow. Congrats, Mazel Tov. Yes.
Yeah, I saw them at one of her events as well, and everything looked like it was just flowing and going good. So I don't know if it's anything remotely close to how it is with me and some of my brothers I've been going to wars with over the last few decades, then you're just going to have some of those moments.
Hey, I do want to switch over to the NBA and talk about stay with Detroit. The Pistons had was it 13-game winning streak. Snapped by the Celtics the other night. Cade had a chance to tie it with 3 free throws he got, right, and missed the last one, and the Celtics wound up winning. What did you make of that? I hear people talk, and we talk to NBA experts. No one has the Pistons coming out of the East, not yet. You know, they lost the first round to the Knicks last year, but they got off to a great start so far. How good is this Pistons team?
Really good. I also think that they have reaped the benefits of, and this isn't a dig or to take away from them, I think that they've also reaped a little bit of the benefits of some of the other teams that maybe don't have some of its best players, particularly in the East, in Indiana, and also in Boston. Not that matters because they just lost to Boston, but outside of that, they're controlling the controllables, only controlling what you can.
Right.
Stuart Thompson, another year of experience for him. Cade, just as confident as all be. And for obvious reason, and of course you got, Jalen Duren in the middle, almost looking like Ben Wallace with his 20 and 20 game performance efforts and things like that. So I think that is good. They're going to go through these times, especially during this year, where no matter what they do, people are not going to believe in them, and that's because they haven't really gone through, the ebbs and flows of, some of the difficulty that typically teams that are elite have to go through. They haven't done that yet, but they're controlling what they can control, and they're winning basketball games, just hoping that that'll continue to be the case when the games matter the most, which everybody knows is the playoffs.
Should they make a move at the trade deadline? The East is wide open. Why not them?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, I would imagine you do so with some shooting. Obviously missing a guy from last year, and I don't know, knock on Duncan Robinson, but I don't think it's the most ideal for him to be the only pure primary shooter on the basketball team. With that being said, I'm not really sure why they haven't made a move on Jaden Ivey yet. But I would imagine that would probably be coming sometime soon if he doesn't have a clean bill of health sometime relatively quickly.
And what about real quick, Malik Beasley? Is he still what's his deal?
Correct.
Is he because he's eligible now, isn't he? If I thought correct, wasn't he? Isn't he eligible? But no one's touched him.
Yeah, I don't know about eligible. I think that there's still some legal matters on the back end. I know that he's mentioned some things in some posts about how much he loves Detroit.
Because I've seen those posts that he would love to play there if he could. So I just want
for sure. He's been one of the ones that embraced not only the culture in Detroit, but also the city of Detroit in general, and just being wanting to be a big part of, the things that they want to build to get back to where they once were. I think he really embraced that. Not that the other guys didn't, but from people that I've spoken to, so that he just kind of really set himself apart with kind of, being one of the people that have stepped up in the forefront to really try to put Detroit assist in putting Detroit on his back and turning it back into what it once was. In addition to the guys he's going to war with every night. So I'm not sure all the details per se, but I do think that there are some legal matters, wrinkles that they're still trying to iron out.
All right, his name is Deshaun Tate. We appreciate you, Deshaun, for your insight. Check him out. Locked on the Hawks is his podcast. All right, appreciate you, my man.
Appreciate you guys for having me.
No doubt. All right, coming up next here on The Odd Couple on your Thanksgiving night, a little shop talk. Yes, you want some hair with your turkey? Here you go. It's coming up next. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Martin Weiss in for Kelvin Washington right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Because I promise it's just my hair in the US of A.
What's going to happen when LeBron James comes back into the lineup? Is he going to dominate the ball like he always has? And to his credit, for night one at least, took a back seat, played the third fiddle willingly, and the Lakers cruise.
That was easy to do. Okay.
Let me go first on this, Rob,
Okay.
because he has no choice at this point. He may be second, but he's not first anymore. This is Luka's team. His time out even put a bigger stamp on this being Luka's team, Rob. He has no choice but to be 2. Now, will he take the back seat to Austin Reeves as the season goes along? Now, that's going to be the real question, right? Austin Reeves doesn't have the credentials that LeBron has, so he can't really push back on him if he wants to be that guy. But for LeBron right now, this is actually the best situation for him if his ego doesn't get in the way, Rob. He gets to go in, have 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and not be tired as the season progresses and actually have a little energy in the playoffs if that happens. So for me, he should take a back seat. And if his ego doesn't get in the way, I think this thing could work out.
You make sense, okay, but whether or not LeBron will subscribe to that,
right? You don't think he will,
but he should be the third option, and no matter what, and if the Lakers, remember, new ownership, this is not the people who recruited you and Magic and Genie Bus. No, this is not those people anymore.
No.
Okay, they brought in Luka. He's 25 or 6. You're 45. Like let's just keep it real. And they should be building for the future as you go on.
Yeah.
And Austin Reeves has more of a chance of being around with Luka for the next 5 or 6 years than LeBron.
Yeah.
So it should be obvious.
Yes.
You don't owe anybody a victory lap, sentimental reasons, all that. And once you get into that, you might as well move on totally.
Yeah.
It should never be about that. LeBron has outstayed his welcome.
I agree.
Period.
I agree.
I know people think that's harsh.
No, I agree, though.
Tom Brady outstayed his welcome.
Yes.
Like when you play that long, it becomes an issue. It just does. Because people feel like, well, you can't say nothing to him. What are you going to do? Well, if he wants to play, you got to play him. How are you going to tell him to take a back seat, a third seat at that? Not even just a back seat,
right.
a third seat.
Right.
But if you're serious about winning, serious about moving the Lakers forward, LeBron represents the past, not the present, not the future. God. All right, here's a little known fact about the Andy Griffith Show. It's actually a spin-off of another show. It's an old TV show. You ready? So Danny Thomas used to have a show called Make Room for Daddy. Danny Thomas is driving through North Carolina. Oh, you so sick. Driving through North Carolina and meets a sheriff who doesn't carry a gun. And that's Andy Griffin turned into a TV show. Alice, please. Alice, it's
already
Thanksgiving.
on it. He's on it. It's too late, Rob. It's too late.
All right. It is. Martin, you don't need to say anything sometimes. You can just leave it be.
I'm just here to participate.
All right. Don't forget, if you missed any of today's show, you'll be able to catch it on the podcast. That's right. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast right after the show. The podcast will be posted, also the best of version and the full version as well, right after the show. There you go.
I just wanted to call you real quick and I know you're having Thanksgiving dinner, but real talk. Thank you very much.
There you go. All right, it's time for Shop Talk.
Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Now, it's Shop Talk.
Here we go, guys. It's FSR Shay, producer Shay, whatever you guys want to call me. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Rob G didn't come, but I came.
Guess who's still here? It's Sauger!
Sauger also came. Shout out Sauger. Thanks for coming. Here we are, guys. I'm going to keep this short and not so sweet. Thanksgiving. There's a lot of things we love about it. But what is the number one thing that you hate about Thanksgiving? Martin, let's start with you.
The number one thing I hate about Thanksgiving would have to be, honestly, the way that people overdo the holiday in general. It's a dinner party. Enjoy the food, watch the football, and let's move on. It's okay. It's a dinner party with people you don't hang out with all the time.
What do you want people to do for Thanksgiving? I mean, what's the overdoing the dinner party?
I don't need an over Thanksgiving dinner like decorations. Like I don't need the Thanksgiving pageant at the school. Like this isn't Christmas. Like make room for Daddy. Make room.
Okay. How about you, Alex?
Just in general, the whole holiday.
Oh, 2 for 2.
I'm going to just tell you this. I don't need a day to be told when to be thankful. I don't need to have a day to tell my wife I love her, to tell my dad I'm happy for him, my mother a Christmas holiday to buy stuff. I do it every day. I think that holidays as a generality are just made for consumerism and for people who are brain dead and don't pay attention to days. And I think also like the pageantry, like you're saying, Martin, it's just too extra. I don't need to get together with people I don't like just to say I'm thankful. I'd rather get together with people I do like all y'all, get paid extra money because everybody else believes in it, and we have a great time.
My favorite part of his answer is people use holidays to keep track of days. Like somebody today found out it was Thursday because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so true.
Shay, what about you?
I don't know if this is for all you guys. This might just be a Persian thing. So our Thanksgiving dinners usually start at like 10 p.m. Like
10 p.m.
Yeah, you're eating dinner. Like the food comes out at 10 p.m. It's late.
It's late.
It's super late. I mean, you're getting there at 4, but like the food doesn't come out until late. So it's like you already went on your walk with your cousins. You have a couple drinks in, and then it's like 8 p.m. rolls around. You're like, oh, I'm hungry. Like, what's going on?
I have one off of Shay's that actually qualifies for this as well. Don't tell me I can't eat before it's time for the big freaking meal. I'm hungry.
No, because otherwise you'll ruin your appetite and then you won't be able to eat with the family.
You know, somehow No. Somehow I'm able to eat breakfast and dinner every day. But today of all days, y'all decide, no, you can't eat breakfast. I do it every single other day. But today, because y'all are cooking at 9 o'clock in the morning, I got to skip breakfast?
But the difference is you don't eat that much food on a regular basis. This is as big as it gets.
You know what the other difference is? It didn't take them 6 hours to make it.
Well, here's the other thing. I'm going to give you the thing I don't like is that people don't embrace it enough to understand that all you have in this world is people and your family. So when you have these moments to be able to be together, because the most intimate thing you can do with people really is to break bread. It really, really is. Where you're having a conversation, you're spending time with people, what's going on in your world and all that. Like I cherish eating with people, and spending time with people. But Thanksgiving is special to me for that reason only. And I can remember so many great memories of having fun with the family and making room for daddy as well on Thanksgiving. I can't say anything on this show, can I?
You set yourself up, Rob. No one's saying that.
I was telling the story
When
about
is someone saying that in a
Make Room
sentence?
for Daddy?
Yeah, who's saying
there
that?
was a TV show
It
called
truly
that.
is. I looked it up. 1960, Make Room for
Oh, my
Daddy.
God.
Right?
You're
Danny
so good.
Thomas.
Yourself,
Danny
Rob.
Thomas. I
So
didn't make
good.
it up.
It should have been Laverne and Shirley or something like that.
See, Rob, now I understand why you got those love letters through Kinko's.
Yeah.
It makes sense now. I get
Even
it.
Rob's point, break bread. I can't break bread twice.
See?
I can't break breakfast bread and then dinner bread.
What about intermittent dead,
There you go.
Why not?
All right, it is the Odd Couple. Stick around for hour number 3. Let's make it happen.
Make room for daddy.
What's going to happen when LeBron James comes back into the lineup? Is he going to dominate the ball like he always has? And to his credit, for night one at least, took a back seat, played the third fiddle willingly, and the Lakers cruise.
That was easy to do. Okay.
Let me go first on this, Rob,
Okay.
because he has no choice at this point. He may be second, but he's not first anymore. This is Luka's team. His time out even put a bigger stamp on this being Luka's team, Rob. He has no choice but to be 2. Now, will he take the back seat to Austin Reeves as the season goes along? Now, that's going to be the real question, right? Austin Reeves doesn't have the credentials that LeBron has, so he can't really push back on him if he wants to be that guy. But for LeBron right now, this is actually the best situation for him if his ego doesn't get in the way, Rob. He gets to go in, have 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and not be tired as the season progresses and actually have a little energy in the playoffs if that happens. So for me, he should take a back seat. And if his ego doesn't get in the way, I think this thing could work out.
You make sense. Okay, but whether or not LeBron will subscribe to that.
Right. You don't think he will.
But he should be the third option. And no matter what. And if the Lakers, remember, new ownership, this is not the people who recruited you and Magic and Jeannie Buss. No, this is not those people anymore.
No.
Okay, they brought in Luka. He's 25 or 6. You're 45. Like let's just keep it real. And they should be building for the future as you go on.
Yeah.
And Austin Reeves has more of a chance of being around with Luka for the next 5 or 6 years than LeBron.
Yeah.
So it should be obvious.
Yes.
You don't owe anybody a victory lap, sentimental reasons, all that. And once you get into that, you might as well move on totally. Yeah. It should never be about that. LeBron has outstayed his welcome.
I agree.
Period.
I agree.
I know people think that's harsh.
No, I agree, though.
He's Tom Brady outstayed his welcome.
Yes.
Like when you play that long, it becomes an issue. It just does. Because
Yeah.
people feel like, well, you can't say nothing to him. Yeah, what are you going to do? Well, if he wants to play, you got to play him. How are you going to tell him to take a back seat, a third seat at that? Not even just a back seat,
Right.
a third seat.
Right.
But if you're serious about winning, serious about moving the Lakers forward, LeBron represents the past, not the present, not the future.
7-3 the score. The Baltimore Ravens with the lead. Just punted back to Cincinnati, but there is a flag on the play to keep you updated there. 1:45 in the first quarter gone by. Thus far, Derrick Henry with the touchdown on a run. Lamar Jackson's 3 for 6, 26 yards passing. Joe Burrow in his first start back since injury. He's 5 for 11, 43 yards. I did see Cincinnati go for it on a 4th down and fail to convert. Dallas earlier today beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-28. Dak Prescott was 27 for 39, 320 through the air, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Patrick Mahomes, 4 passing touchdowns, 2 of them to Rashee Rice, 1 to Travis Kelce, the other to Hollywood Brown. The Packers beat the Lions 31-24 in Detroit. Jordan Love had 4 touchdowns, same like Mahomes. Green Bay went for it on 4th down 3 times. The result, 2 touchdowns and the game-sealing play. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Rob Parker. Hour number 3 here on The Odd Couple.
Number 3.
Rob Parker.
Rob Parker.
Martin Weiss.
Martin Weiss.
Here on Fox Sports Radio. And with the new iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. So catch us and all the other fine Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved Fox Sports Radio and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. I should say, just search Fox Sports Radio in the app and stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets like the old days, so that iHeart app, so that it pops up at the top of your screen. You want to do that. Don't forget, in about 28 minutes, Tyshert's Tower of Trivia. You want to be here for that.
Alex, you ready?
That's right. The TV.
Make room for daddy.
That's the TV. The TV theme song. Thursday edition, Thanksgiving edition.
Rob Parker, why is it I can just imagine you after your Hall of Fame induction, right? You're at this beautiful place. You're going out to Magic City with some friends. You see a group of girls and you just say, make room for daddy. I can see it.
That might be the verbiage in that moment. That just might be. Let's update the score. 7-3. Baltimore is winning. Cincinnati has the ball on a is that a 3rd down play? But Cincinnati has the ball.
It is 3rd and 6, Rob. No play-by-play. But no, it is 3rd and 6
I didn't
with
give
just
the play.
under 20 seconds left. Cincinnati false start.
Yes, we'll do that. But I do want to say I'm thankful for everybody and Thanksgiving. Thanks for everybody for being here and being a part of the radio show. And you know, I know we make a big deal about working on the holidays, and people take off. People have a right to do whatever they want to do, and I respect that. And I'll take off. You know, next week I'm going to go to Detroit and New York and see family. I just, you know what I mean? This, to me, is okay to keep the show rolling. I don't like to, totally abandon our listeners and people when I can.
The quiet part out loud, Rob. They're not playing baseball on Thanksgiving. If there were Thanksgiving baseball,
I wouldn't be here.
Then maybe you stand a better shot of not being here. So I'll let America in on a little secret. What Rob Parker does, he works every holiday. So that way, when it comes to be, I don't know, July 13th, and he wants to watch the Cubs and the Brewers play in Wrigley Field, he can go. And Scott Shapiro can't say bump because he's got all of these comp days because he didn't work, because he worked on Thanksgiving, worked on Christmas, worked on, you name it, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, you name it. Rob Parker will find a way to work as long as there's not 9 innings being played nearby.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not even going to dispute that. I'd rather take the time off in the summer and go to the ballpark and hang out with friends and all that. But I am looking forward to next week. I'm going to the Lions Cowboys game, which will be interesting. Where are you on that game, Martin? I'm just curious. That's a big game in Detroit. The Cowboys offense is fantastic. They are fantastic.
I really like the Cowboys coming into the season, actually, even after making the Micah Parsons trade. I think obviously you add Micah Parsons to your team or take him away from him, he's going to make it better or worse depending on which you did. But the idea that the Cowboys were just like
going to go away and fall right.
I wasn't there for it. This was a team that in the last 4 years, in the last 3 years prior to the year before, had won 36 games, 12-5, 3. Like, this is a double-digit win team when healthy. So I expected with Dak being healthy for them to be around that double-digit win team. They really blew it in Denver and in Green Bay because this game should be for them to be really competing for the top of the NFC East. I think that this game in terms of, to your point earlier about how this is a big loss for the Lions, this is a game the Lions, Cowboys, I don't know what the line is ahead of time.
Right.
I think these are two pretty evenly matched teams. Would not shock me to see either one of these teams, come out with a touchdown win. Like I wouldn't both these teams line up good, but now Lions, this is the loss that can knock you out of the playoffs.
I know.
Where Dallas is looking up, like they weren't expected to make the playoffs. They're in the wild card hunt. They'll stay in the hunt, win or lose. Lions, you're in the hunt, win or lose, but it's a lot uglier than it would be if you had won today.
100%. It's going to be like we thought today was a big game against the Packers because they had lost the first.
Oh, this is the season.
This is like the season will be on the line. I'll be in Detroit for that one, so I'm looking forward.
You like the Grim Reaper?
No.
I'm going to make sure you finish the job?
You already know people are going to be like, what are you doing here, you bad luck, schlep rock? Right? Now, whenever I go to Detroit, people are nice to me, so I'm not even going to play that. I've worked there for 20 years. And for people who don't know, Martin and I worked together in Detroit and came to L.A., which, Martin, we can't believe December 1st for me. I know you came like 2 weeks later or something. When did you get here?
Something like that.
But we're starting – this will be my 10th year. And look at so much that has happened since you came to Los Angeles. You got a master's degree from USC. You got married. I mean, I can't get over the 9 years. Think about all these life-changing things that have happened. You got a national radio show on the weekend. Matter of fact, you should plug that and what time you're on.
Listen to it. It's me and Martin. If you listen to Fox Sports Radio on Saturday, you can't miss your boy because I'm here. I'm here not only I'm here updating.
Right, but what time is your show on again?
I'm here
because it was 5 to 8 when you first started.
It's still 5 to 8.
Oh, is it?
5 to 8 Pacific. It's now 8 to 11 Eastern. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 to 8, 8 to 11. Me and Monty Bolaños, the two-way players here at Fox Sports Radio. They put us together on a show.
All right, there you go. Every Saturday, 11 to 8 to 11 Eastern. 8 to 11 Eastern. All right.
This is the best ad ever been done.
There you go. I just wanted to give you some props, okay, for the show. But let's go here with the Ravens. And Martin, they started 1-5. They were giving up 40 points. If you remember, they gave up a game in which they scored 40 points in Buffalo to start the season.
It's 40-24, and then Josh Allen put the cape on.
Exactly, and it was a horrific loss. They gave up. The Texans couldn't score touchdowns to save their lives. The Texans scored 40. The Lions scored 38. Everybody was beating the Ravens like a drum. And now we look up. We're at Thanksgiving, and they lead the division. The AFC North, they lead the division, right? And they beat the Bengals here tonight in Baltimore. All of a sudden, they're 7-5 and have a great – I just think there's something to be said about this. The last few years, Martin, they've won a lot of games, regular season, unbelievable, 13 wins, 14 wins, whatever it is. This might be their path, where the pressure's off because of where the season started, and they could build and go forward without the pressure of being the number one seed. And is Lamar finally going to get there? And people counting them out. They're not on the radar like that. People know that they're still good, but that start to the season kind of put them on the back burner. Where are you on the Ravens?
Yeah, it put them on the back burner, but the problem is the hole's too big. Like, I don't see the Ravens, and I know that they're right there with the Steelers, and I know that 6-5 and 6-5. You're looking at those records, and they're both the same. This Ravens team, to me, is not, they're not, to me, markedly better than the Steelers when I look at them. I think when you look at Lamar Jackson's obviously incredible. He has not been the same type of player that he has been in years past. The lower body injuries are really impacting his ability to move. I just think the Ravens dug themselves too far of a hole to make themselves real contenders this year. And it's a shame because the rest of the AFC looks like it's gettable. But that 1-5 start needed to be a 2-3 start or a 3-2 start for me to really believe in this team.
See, I think that it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And I think that they have an opportunity because we know what the talent is. I'm sticking with my pick. My original pick before the season was the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. I do believe when you look at the AFC that they can come out of the AFC, especially if we're going to knock the Chiefs out, right? And now, I don't know, Buffalo is not nearly as good, I don't think, this year. And we're looking at what? Denver? You're looking at who else in the AFC? The Chargers.
Sure.
They can't beat those two teams. Like I'm just saying, like off the rip, if Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are out of the way, and maybe Buffalo, Buffalo's not going to win the division, right? Isn't it going to be New England it's close?
It'll likely be New England. But my issue is,
I'm just saying,
the Chiefs. I mean, the Ravens have to still make the playoffs. Like, that's the thing that
they're going to win. They could win the division, is what I'm saying. Like,
right,
when they started 1-5. Now, this is not wild card. That they just got to beat the Steelers out.
Yeah, but they still played the Steelers twice. Hell, they have to win today. They are neck and neck with the Steelers. Is my point to me. And the Steelers.
Who do you think's going to win the division between those two? Are you
Pittsburgh?
Okay.
I had picked Pittsburgh to start the season. So I was down on all three of the Ravens, Bills, and Chiefs to start the season. So I had picked Pittsburgh already at like 10-7. I just didn't expect either one of these teams to run away with anything because I thought Pittsburgh had gotten a little bit better, but all their additions are so old that it's hard to manage. But the thing that's tricky for Baltimore right now, the thing that's tough for Baltimore is the bottom of the AFC North doesn't look like it did for the first 6 weeks of the year. Now, Joe Burrow's back in Cincinnati. I don't expect that team to be a team that now goes on a run. But as we see right now, start of the second quarter or 5 minutes in the second quarter, it's a 1-point game. In those division matchups, anything can happen. That's what I think Baltimore's
You expect the Bengals to win in Baltimore tonight?
I do. I expected them to win this game going into before we took the air.
I don't think they'll win.
We had talked about it. I would have told you.
The Ravens are a weird team. They get off to really slow starts. And then before you know it, they score 2 or 3 touchdowns. I hear you. It hasn't been that impressive, so I get it. But I still like the Ravens. I want to hear what you think. Martin is out on the Ravens. I'm in on the Ravens. I think they have a path. This might be the year they finally could get to the Super Bowl because the pressure's off somewhat. The expectations have been way lowered with the 1-5 start. Where are you on the Ravens? You in on the Ravens or out on the Ravens? 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. It is the Odd Couple on your Thanksgiving night here on Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss, in for Kelvin Washington. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Because you need to make room for Daddy in the US of A.
I'm just going to say this. The Lakers didn't do enough for me because Jeannie Buss should have been fired with her brothers as well. And
what?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Once they've already taken – the Buss family took the $10 billion. And people have to understand, everybody who owns a team is not super rich. And I'm not saying –
a lot of people don't get that.
They don't get that. You think, oh, you own the Lakers. Oh, my God, you're printing money. You got all this money. No. That was the Buss family business.
Yep, that's they're not Steve Ballmer where this is my fun pet project. I'm
right.
worth $200 billion with a B.
With a B, and this is just fun, something to do. Yeah. It puts me out there. My name is out there. Exactly. No, the Lakers were the Buss's family business.
Yep.
And I don't know the whole idea that you sell a team to somebody and you expect to still have a job there or work there or collect money as pay. You got paid. Your family got paid. They got the $10 billion. If you want to be in the basketball business, then you shouldn't have sold. Just like Mark Cuban. I want another seat at the table. What? That doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Dude, what'd you sell for? The Buss family, enough. The people who run the organization, who bought the team, right, are the Dodger people.
Yep.
Get your own people. You don't need Jeannie Buss anymore. And it does feel weird, and I'm not siding with the brothers, but doesn't it feel weird? Why didn't Jeannie get the pink slip as well? Seriously.
You know what? So here's my answer to that. I believe Jeannie Buss is the singular face of the Lakers outside of, the players, obviously, Luka, LeBron, and, God bless the dead, Kobe, Shaq. But when you think of it organizationally, nobody really thinks of Rob Pelinka except, obviously, Laker fans. But when you think of it as a whole, like nationwide, I think even in L.A., she's endeared. You've been to games. You've seen how she's like the one person fans are cool with, even when the team's in the dumps. She's the one person is like a family member. She's like, all right, now this team, they're struggling, but Jeannie, come on. Like, people have love for her because they literally have seen her grow up from a teenager being a part of this team. So I think she's there for ceremonial, like the heart of the
They don't need to do that. Come on, man.
But I'm just telling you why she's there, because I don't think she's going to be part of the real basketball operations.
She doesn't need to be there at all. She took the $10 billion.
I don't disagree with the need. I'm telling you what I think they're doing it for.
But not one Laker fan is going to lose any sleep that Jeannie Buss doesn't have an office with the Lakers or whatever. on a TV theme song Thursday.
I hit it so good today. That
Rob
was fun.
Parker, Martin Weiss in for Kelvin Washington on this Thanksgiving night.
Kevin!
And be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. That's right, we're on it right now. YouTube, just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Do not stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon and comment away. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Don't forget, coming up in about 8 minutes, Tysher's Tower of Trivia, the NFL Thanksgiving edition. We'll do that. Plus, we got Last Call. We got all kinds of stuff. But right now, we're talking about the Ravens. And are you in or out? I'm still in. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl to start the season. I think this will be a different path. Martin is out on the Ravens. So did that touchdown not count, did it, huh? What just happened?
No, from my eye, and it looks like, obviously you don't have the volume up. Nope, did not count. Isaiah Likely fumbled on the 1 yard line out of the back of the end zone. So that's a touchback, or what used to be. It's no longer a touchback now. It's just ball's out to the 20. Now, touchback's longer than that. So now the ball goes to the other team on the 20-yard line.
Crazy.
After fumbling out of the back of the end zone.
Wow.
Hey, real quick, what's your take on that rule? I find that's one of the more controversial rules on the timeline right now. I'm sure of it. In the YouTube comments, there's a bunch of people arguing about whether it's a good rule or bad rule.
I don't understand the rule at all. I don't understand why the other team should get the ball. If you have possession of the ball, and it goes out of, I don't understand what. I don't understand it.
I think it's one of the best rules in the game.
But based on what? Like what?
Because at no other place do you just have to reach the ball over for it to count. Like a first down, you have to actually cross the first down marker.
Why should the other team get the ball is what I'm just saying to you. Like that's the part I don't understand.
Because it should be very punitive. I think if you're going into the end zone, it should be punitive. It should be, you should have to maintain possession into the end zone. And if you're a defense, I get where people are like, why are you rewarding the defense? The offense
for nothing,
the ball.
right?
No,
I don't understand.
But you reward the defense for forcing a fumble. I think it's one of the best rules in the game.
You don't. How do you force a fumble? They have to recover it.
They did just force a fumble. And
no, but they didn't recover it. Any other time they'd have to recover the ball, is what I'm saying.
But any other
if it goes out of bounds anywhere else on the field other than the end zone, it goes out whoever had the ball
but
last.
Any other time, the rules that exist in the end zone aren't true for any other place in the field either.
Yeah, I don't understand it. 877-99 on Fox. Jay, who we got again? I'm sorry, I just can't. Who is it, Jay? You tell me.
If you're on hold, say hi.
Okay. Justin in Bermuda. I'm sorry. Happy Thanksgiving. Our screen is down, my man. Sorry about that. How are you, Justin?
Hey guys. Happy Thanksgiving to my American friends.
We appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and Martin, I think you had your wedding just after mine, so congratulations, man.
Oh, congratulations to you, too,
That's
pal.
right.
3 months undefeated. That's what I tell them. Still going strong.
Yeah, man. Still going strong. She didn't kick me out the house yet.
All right.
I think the question was about the Ravens, right? I think I'm with Rob on this one. I think the Ravens could do it this year like they haven't done in other years because it's like the one time Aaron Rodgers got a Super Bowl with the Packers. Like they went the hard way. All those years he won MVP.
Yep. They were 6 seed. Yep.
They couldn't get it done. But the 1 year that nobody expected them to was the 1 year they got it. So I think this might be the way the Ravens have to do it. Maybe they can't do it with all the pressure on as the number 1 seed.
That's what I really think that. I remember that when and I'll give you another example. The 2 Super Bowls that the Giants won, they were 6 seeds. They went on the road. They were a wild card. They didn't win a division.
Sure, I'm not. Look, I am not this. Go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry.
That fumble rule out the end zone that you were talking about, I think I know the answer to that.
Go for it.
I think you guys, American football comes from rugby, and in rugby, if you, as an offensive player, lose the ball anywhere out of bounds, it's the other team's ball.
Right, but not any other place on the field other than that.
He's saying in rugby, if any time an offensive player fumbles it out of bounds, it's the other team's ball, which honestly I'd be okay with. You should hold on to the ball. If it should be on you.
I don't think if you fumbles and goes out of bounds, I don't think you should get the ball.
Are you in Hamilton or St. George's Parish in Bermuda?
I'm in neither, but I mean the island's tiny, bro. You're never more than a mile away from the beach, no matter where you are.
There you go.
I stayed in Bermuda for a month when I was a kid. That's how I know about these different parishes. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Hey, Justin, thank you again, my man. Happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate you. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Hey, Joel in Vegas. You're on the Odd Couple.
It's Jola. How's it going?
Jola.
How's it going, Rob?
Jola, what's happening, my man? Happy Thanksgiving.
How's it going, man? Now, you been watching these games or what?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding? Yeah. Just that's Thanksgiving, man. All the games. Not surprised. I picked both games right the first two, and I'm just waiting. I picked Baltimore as well.
It's not who you tell us to. It's not who you tell us to pick. It's our pick, huh? Man, I ain't going with your picks, but let me tell you something. I saw you and your man's talking about that rule where he fumbles out of the end zone. We got to remember, football is a war sport. Imagine like somebody had a message they had to tell the other lines, or else their whole platoon would die. You got to complete the message. You can't die. You got to complete the mission. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
Why I love that. I love that rule. You know what I'm saying? It's blitzing. That's a war deal. Or you know what I'm saying? So we got to remember that.
So why? But it doesn't make sense to me as far as then has to be the same play if it's on the sidelines. Why? If you fumble the ball out, why?
Because you didn't do your job. You got to complete the mission.
No, but you fumbled the ball. You fumbled the ball. You did not. You fumbled the ball and went out of bounds. It's the same thing.
That's not good. You can't fumble. Fumbling isn't good.
That's the point. Fumbling's not good, and fumbling should be punished. That's
so
the
why
point.
not if I'm at the 5-yard line instead of the end zone and I fumble? Why don't I have to give up the ball then?
I'd be fine with that. I'd be A-okay with that. But in the end zone, where it's the only place that you can score a touchdown, you fumble out the back of it, you should lose the ball. Like you lose the war.
All right. Hey, we appreciate it, Joel. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your fam. Thank you. All right. Coming up, Tysher's Tower of Trivia. But first, let's get you caught up. A little Martin Weiss with the update.
Ravens with the lead with just under 4 minutes left in the first half, but Bengals driving now. It's 7-6. Cincinnati's at first and goal. His first start back from injuries, 12 for 23 right now. No touchdowns on the day. Still no touchdowns on the day as that first down pass goes incomplete to the tight end. Lamar Jackson, 6 for 11, 87 yards through the air. He's got 2 carries for 17 yards. The lone touchdown scored today has been by Derrick Henry. He scored that one on a 28-yard rush. He's got 5 carries for 33 yards on the night. Earlier, we saw the Cowboys beat the Chiefs 31-28. Dallas improves to 6-5-1. Kansas City falls to 6-6, 1-5 on the road for Kansas City. I'm going to go on the limb and say that's the worst road margin in Patrick Mahomes' career. Today is Thanksgiving Day. Mahomes was 23 for 34, 261 through the air, 4 touchdowns. 2 of those were to Rashee Rice. Dak Prescott, 27 for 39. He did throw an interception to go with his 2 touchdowns. The interception was on the first possession of the game. CeeDee Lamb with the bounce-back game, 7 catches, 112 yards, and a receiving touchdown. George Pickens continued his great Cowboy career so far this season. He's been special, 6 catches for 88 yards. Packers beat the Lions. Lions falling to 7-5. Packers improving to 8-3-1. 31-24, the final score. Green Bay going forward on 4th down 3 times. The result of those 3 was 2 conversions for touchdowns and 1 game-sealing catch. Dontavian Wicks had 2 of those touchdowns. Jordan Love threw for 4. Amon-Ra St. Brown suffered an ankle injury that Dan Campbell says should not keep him out for longer than a week or 2. Cowboys play the Lions next Thursday. Week from today. Michael Parsons, first player in NFL history to have 12 sacks in each of his first 5 seasons. Daniel Jones suffered a fractured fibula but full participant in practice, expected to play through it for Week 13. Aaron Rodgers expected to return Week 13 as well. Baker Mayfield status up in the air. Jackson Dart cleared concussion protocol. And Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson both activated from injured reserve. In college football basketball, Arkansas has a 50-47 lead over Duke. The Razorbacks, the 22nd ranked team in the nation. The Blue Devils, the 4th ranked team in the nation. And on Thanksgiving night football, Thursday night football, I suppose, Cincinnati just put in another field goal. It is 9-7, 2:36 left in the first half. Back to me and you.
It is the Odd Couple on a Thanksgiving night. Happy you could join us. That's right. Rob Parker, Martin Weiss here for your listening pleasure. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back. I know a lot of people will be off and enjoying the time off, but we'll be back for Black Friday, Alex. What do you know about Black Friday?
Well, I know one thing, Rob.
What's that?
Every Friday is Black Friday for you.
Thank you, my man. No doubt about it. I know they talk about it all the time. Every Friday. Nothing has changed.
Been that way.
Here we go. It's your time to shine, Alex. You know why? Because it's time for Tyshird's Tower of Trivia.
And now,
Oh, God!
ladies and gentlemen,
God.
vegans and meat eaters, kale chip lovers, ruffle chip lovers, it's time
This game is so easy.
for Tyshird's Tower of Trivia.
Let's go right into this, guys. It's Tyshird's Tower of Trivia, where Alex Tyshirt, our very own, gets to test his own skills. Let's go, guys. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Rob, let's
So
do it.
ready.
Let's have
Let's
some
do
fun.
it.
Let's have
So
some fun,
ready.
guys. This is going to be a special NFL Thanksgiving Tyshird's Tower of Trivia. We're going to test Alex if he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the Turkey Bowl.
I have a feeling he does.
I think so, too. So we'll
Alex
see,
is a
Alex.
smart man. Let me tell you, he didn't have to know about sports. He's just
No.
a logical guy.
Simple.
You know, like he has that hair with
Yes.
so much knowledge. Don't
Thank
let
you.
anybody cut your hair.
Never.
Because not only will your strength go away, but your knowledge.
Won't do neither.
Okay.
And I think Alex is going to have a segment coming up, too, maybe, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk with Alex. Some stuff is going on.
Oh, God.
He's going to show us a lot tonight. So let's get right into this first one, man.
Make room for daddy.
Which NFL team has played the most NFL games? Rob, let's start with you.
All right, Alex, what's happening? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy thanks, Rob.
You
Thank
know-
you for the food you brought.
Absolutely. I'm always looking out for my people.
You're a mensch.
You
Let
know
me tell
that.
you.
Thank you,
You're
my man.
amazing.
And I hope you and the beautiful one enjoy that bottle of wine. As
Thank you. You can keep that screenshot, too. I don't mind.
You know, okay.
I know Kelvin's upset
You
about
know,
it, but I
right.
don't mind.
Kelvin!
All right, here we go. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Detroit.
I feel like they have a football team. I feel like Detroit has something. I feel like we might have talked about them. I feel like we
Ad
might have saw
nauseum.
them.
A
Yes.
lot.
I feel
talk
like
about
you
them a
also
lot.
might be a fan of them, Rob. I think you always root for them. Am I right? I think that would be the Lions.
There we go.
All right, Martin, you got to come at him now. You ready?
Yeah.
Which NFL team hasn't played during Thanksgiving?
So, Alex,
Hey, yo.
how you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for asking.
Doing well, I hope.
Is that
I'm doing
me?
incredible.
I just want everybody imitates me.
I don't know why.
What am I drunk?
Do
I'm
I
like the
sound
drunk.
like that?
Do I sound like that?
Oh, God.
All right,
Alex,
now,
where's my?
I'll really do a
did
Rob
I
Parker
do that?
I do that?
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Here's my best
Did
Rob Parker
I do
impression.
that?
Remember what Kelvin just said? Okay. Jacksonville?
No shot. Here we go.
Yeah, no chance.
I dislike you both for not trusting my knowledge.
No,
in the
no, no.
NFL.
I'm just saying it was such a bad clue, Alex. You have no
Well,
shot.
I mean, honestly,
Such
the
a bad
questions are skewed slightly.
So Jacksonville?
Mm-hmm. Remember what Kelvin said?
Wait a minute. That's not how we do it. You got to give one word.
I was doing an invitation to you.
All right,
Yeah.
one word.
Stretching my arms out. I'm waving to Elijah.
I'm waving to Elijah. In
Jacksonville,
Bangkok.
if I remember correctly, are the Jaguars.
Oh, my God.
Boom.
Yes, yes.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Don't. It's okay.
Oh.
Don't. Oh, God.
Oh, God. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are awful.
Don't throw up that beautiful mac and cheese.
That's
He knows.
right.
He knows. It's
Not
'cause
on
of the
my
hair.
mustard jacket.
No.
His hair is better than Trevor Lawrence, and that's how he knows.
That's actually facts.
That's like the competition for him. You know,
His
his
hair's
Alex, this
too
might
thin.
be the best dressed up I've been in a while.
It's
here.
actually incredible.
Right?
Clean
For the
cut,
holiday.
The
pants
Jays
with
match.
a zipper. Look at you.
You should see him.
No
I haven't got on jeans. I'm not wearing sweats.
No, pants with a zipper and a button.
Where you going after? What's her
Uh-oh.
name?
No.
What's
We
her
gotta-
name?
It's a holiday. I'm stopping by for food and
Yeah.
everything with
Come
friends.
on, Rob.
You
Where
know
you
what he
going?
told her.
Rob, where you going after? Come on.
You know what he told her.
Can we
Nobody's
get?
listening. Just us three.
Oh, we got more.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
We got one more.
Make room for daddy.
This team
Make room for daddy.
joined the party in 1966 as a traditional team that plays every year.
All right,
Exactly what that team said.
Alex.
Rob!
How are you?
I wore my ketchup jacket because we could be ketchup and mustard.
There we go. Very
That would
nice.
have been beautiful.
That would have been good. A ketchup jacket. I like that.
I think I need one.
And this is mustard, right? Not
is.
yellow.
No.
Not yellow. I'm not Big Bird. I would never wear a yellow
God.
jacket. It's mustard.
Mustard!
And wearing it, I feel like a Frank.
I thought you were going to say you feel like a fraud. You're giving all these words and no answer.
Because that's a reference to a hot dog, Alex.
Exactly. All
Okay,
right.
give it to me.
Yes, here we go. Okay.
Come on.
Dallas.
No, that's a phony Coney right there.
Don't listen to him. He has nothing to do with the clue. Dallas.
Oh, Rob, what are you doing? You okay? Right. Oh, what? Okay. Rob, he's feeling it.
Hey,
Pump up.
somebody call emergency services.
Check out our YouTube to see what Rob's doing right now.
Okay, Rob. Okay.
I'm just
whoa.
stretching.
Oh.
I'm just stretching.
Here we go.
Is that the Dallas Swimmers?
Dallas Wings, maybe?
Oh, okay. What is he? Okay, what is he doing? Were you riding? Were you rodeo? Cowboy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that brings us the Thanksgiving edition of Tower. Alex's T-shirts Tower of
You
Trivia.
know what?
Rob?
All right.
You can go ahead, celebrate if you'd like to. If
I'ma
you want
celebrate.
to celebrate that one, feel free.
I'm going to celebrate
I'll
it.
go ahead because a win is a win. I understand.
Always, yes.
However,
Sports has a short menu, wins and losses.
I'll just
That's
have
all.
to say this. Normally we ask, Alex, you ready? It feels to me the question should have been, Shay, you ready?
No, we always ask Alex. Okay, now, all right. Hey, coming up next, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alex,
Yes, Rob.
Shay, we already know. Saga already tried it, but the Thanksgiving Day debate is always about sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. I don't think it's a debate because one is so much better than the other. We're going to have a little pie. Shay, you've never had sweet potato pie, correct?
Never. We could do a live reaction
Yes,
if you want.
I want you to do that.
I'll go grab
Alex,
some.
you could talk about it as well.
Oh,
Just
God.
and Sagar. We'll
Did
do
you
that.
say Sagar?
Yes. We'll do that and much
That's
more.
the same move he made for Cowboy.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Oof.
I'm just saying.
We'll do that and much more. Wrap this bad boy up on a Thanksgiving night, man. We appreciate it. Last call, too, if you want to get in and you weren't able to get in earlier, you can do that as well. But we're going to do that, Alex. I'm turning the mic over to you on the sweet potato pie, pumpkin
God.
pie,
I'm so
deal
ready.
coming back. When you come back,
Okay.
you're going to bring the show back. I'm just
You got
sitting
it.
here. I want you to
Perfect.
take over the Odd Couple
I
for
will
this
be Rob
final
Parker.
segment.
Let's do it.
All right, but I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere.
Okay, no, it's
All
okay.
right,
But
here
I
we
just got
go.
to say one thing for you, Rob.
What's that? Make room for daddy. All right. Just time to stick and stay.
America.
Shedeur Sanders will be getting to start QB1 for the Cleveland Browns this Sunday in Vegas when they take on the Raiders.
All right, I'm just going to say it out front, and I know you're going to think it's hyperbole, and here's Rob, of course, going overboard and making something bigger than it is. But this is Judgment Day for Shedeur Sanders. Judgment Day. I don't want to hear about snaps. I don't want to about he didn't do that. He'll have a week's practice. Yeah. All of that under his belt. Mm-hmm. He better not hold on to the ball too long. He better not fumble. He better not throw a couple of interceptions against this terrible team called the Las Vegas Raiders. If you can't beat them and perform like everybody's been beating them like a drum, here's your opportunity. You better play well. All of your excuse makers, I don't want to hear you if he throws 2 or 3 picks or a fumble and they lose to the Raiders. It's set up on a platter for you. This is better than Thanksgiving. You know why? You don't have to have the gravy or the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
This is straight turkey, juicy and wet. Okay, I'm talking about the turkey. All you need to do is come out and ball out and beat the Raiders like everybody else. Mm-hmm. Put the athletic talent on display. We already know that the Browns have the defense that's going to stop the Raiders, right?
Yes.
So now it's just a question of, can you put up points against that team, that pathetic team that Pete Carroll has in Las Vegas? You better play well. You better excel. If not, don't want to hear it. Yeah. Don't want to hear the excuses. Here's your opportunity, Shedeur.
No, 100%. This is a prime opportunity. He's playing a team that is not good. I'm not going to go to your level with it, Rob, but they are not good.
They're terrible.
They're not a good team. Ideal situation.
Pete Carroll should be embarrassed. It's one thing, Kerry, and I'm just going to say this. You could be like, okay, Pete Carroll's there. Mm-hmm. You expected Geno to play better. He's played really bad, so the quarterback play isn't great.
Yeah.
But they still got a decent defense. They still got a decent special team. No, they don't. Nothing. they can't run the ball. Quarterback play is atrocious.
Yeah.
Their defense is bad. Like, not special teams is bad. They fired a special teams coach earlier this year.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. No. They're a bad team. And Shedeur does have a chance to come out and get solid footing early against a really bad team and put up some numbers and show why he should be the guy there. This may be his only chance in Cleveland, which it sounds crazy.